Good evening. Vice President Mike Pence and Secretary of the Interior Dave Bernhardt are in Yellowstone National Park addressing the needed upgrades to the park's aging infrastructure. Local News 8's Caitlin Miklos was there for his visit to tell us how the Trump administration plans to keep the parks funded.
Good evening. Yeah, just a little while ago, Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen were just behind me working on that portion of the boardwalk. That $250,000 project is just a very small portion of everything that's yet to come.
It is time for your family to come to Yellowstone.
Vice President Mike Pence delivering a message of hope to the park employees, promising to fund much needed upgrades to the nation's oldest national park.
This park and all of our national parks are preserved for this generation and every American generation. In fact, is one showing up behind us here? Let's turn around and enjoy it.
In 2015, the park saw 4 million visitors for the first time and has steadily grown ever since, despite last year's fee increase to pay for the $600 million in deferred maintenance costs. And that's just a small piece of the $12 billion needed in parks nationwide.
We'll get that bill to the president's desk, and we'll have even more resources to clear that backlog and make sure that Yellowstone and all of our national parks are pristine and accessible.
Pence and his wife Karen themselves putting in some personal sweat equity into rebuilding a 20-year-old dilapidated boardwalk. Pence says the Department of the Interior already requested $20 billion in next year's budget, with $3 billion set aside for the National Park Service.
President Donald Trump is committed to improving and bettering the national parks of the United States of America. I promise you.
Now, this is part of the administration's proposed public lands infrastructure fund. White House officials are about to unveil to Congress.
We will dedicate 50% of all of the revenues from leases on public lands to improve and maintain the infrastructure of our national parks.
But right now, no promises can be made until Congress can approve funding.
So yeah, at this point, it's still not quite clear yet as to when exactly federal funding will make its way back here to our national park. In Yellowstone National Park, I'm Caitlin Miklos. Back to you.